Hi everyone, today we are focusing on something that rarely gets discussed in depth. And that is how Park Shin Hye has managed to maintain relevance across more than 2 decades in an industry where many actors struggle to stay visible even for a few years. Starting as a child actress in the early 2000s, she built her reputation gradually, moving from supporting roles into leading positions without the abrupt transitions that often destabilize careers. And this slow but steady growth has become one of the defining characteristics of her trajectory. What makes her case particularly interesting is that she never relied on a single breakout role to define her entire career, but instead accumulated a series of successful projects that reinforced her image over time, including major hits that expanded her international fanbase and established her as a recognizable figure beyond Korea. This gradual accumulation of credibility is something that industry observers often point to as a key factor in her longevity, because it reduces the risk associated with any single project underperforming. However, her career has not been without challenges, especially during periods where audience expectations began to shift and newer actresses entered the spotlight with more experimental or unconventional roles, creating a more competitive environment. During these phases, discussions about her career often focused on whether she would adapt to these changes or continue following the formula that had worked for her in the past, and this tension remains relevant even today, as she navigates her career after marriage and motherhood. Another aspect that contributes to her staying power is her public image, which has remained relatively stable and free from major controversies, allowing her to maintain a level of trust with both audiences and industry professionals. In an environment where scandals can quickly derail careers, this consistency becomes a strategic advantage, reinforcing her position as a dependable choice for leading roles. As we look at the bigger picture, Park Shin Hye's career raises an important question about what it really means to succeed in the entertainment industry, whether it is about achieving constant reinvention, or about building a stable and enduring presence over time. And which of these paths do you think ultimately leads to a more sustainable career?